We get the return of Son Goku because he's got to put in that petty work. He wants him to fear. Look at the fear in that guy's eye. Goku up here smiling, letting you know I could take you out just like that, but I want you to first feel the fear. The Demon Realm number 2, which we've seen a lot of in like particularly the ending credit animations, and a lot of this looks like Planet Namek. As we know, apparently the Namekians, the Namek Saiyajins, they have come from the second realm of the demon world into the outer world, and so you see them flying by, and I mean, this looks cool. A great change of scenery, just phenomenal backgrounds. I really love the open worlds of what we got. And this is a huge ocean right here. That's why this episode was called Ocean. So this is like a universe that's a complete ocean. The planets are in the sky, so it's very unique, different than what we think of space as, and what they've done in Dragon Ball Universe 7. And you can see Son Goku's just amazed by how beautiful this looks. And meanwhile, not amazed is Goma, who is angry. He's tracking these guys. He's like, we gotta take these guys down now. Take them down now. And right here you see Glorio, which is very interesting. You see more Glorio smiling, which leads to what I'm assuming. Like I said, I don't think Glorio is going to end up being a bad guy. I think he is definitely starting to become more bonded with his comrades here, with more smiling and everything. He's definitely opening up as we go through the episodes here. And so you see Glorio right here smiling as he mentions that because the demon realm, which he mentioned earlier in the episode, is the demon world here in the second one is a lot smaller than Demon World 3, it won't take them any time at all to reach the second Dragon Ball. And Nahare basically right here is like, let me see what the monsters were called here. He basically says are the Kurakens or Kulakens. I don't know, because I know R's and L's are kind of like can be mix match and everything in Japanese, so please forgive me. But he basically explains these are gigantic sea creatures. If you go too low to the ground, and we start seeing the first one of them flying, and Glorio's like, yeah, there's tons of them in the second realm. And so this is where Nahare is starting to get concerned by it. And you see right here, this thing is flying, and Panzy, she's completely dramatic, explaining about how big these things are and how she's heard of them. And then out of nowhere, and this was kind of like a good jump scare because I'm watching, it's like, oh, I did not expect that. The Zandamari ships start shooting at the ones that Goku and his gang has stole, and you see it right there, the fire blast just going all over their stolen Zandamari ship, and they are hot on their trails. Personally, I actually think I like this portion of the episode better than even the fight with Majin Kuu and Tamagami number 1. So these guys are hot on their trails, and Son Goku's telling, like I said, he's the MVP of this episode in terms of like thinking smart. He's telling Glorio, he said, well, get him, do something, shoot back at him. And Glorio, this one ship ends up blasting right past their ship there, and he starts shooting over onto the side. It starts going in, you see the ship is starting to get damaged from this, and it almost hits Panzy. And basically Glorio's explaining is that he doesn't have much experience working with a Zandamari ship, and of course, why would he, since it is only supposed to be used by Goma's Zandamari. And so the ship ends up started going down, and this was a pretty funny part. Pansy's freaking out, and she ends up biting her tongue in the middle of trying to say, we gotta save ourselves, and she's like, I got my tongue. So that was just a random thing. I love that Dragon Ball DAIMA does these little random things all through the series, so that was really cool, I thought, to see right there. And so from here, Son Goku's like, okay, well, if this ain't gonna work and you don't have the skills to fly this plane, open the door right now. So Goku's like, open the door, and so Son Goku comes flying out that door, and our boy Son Goku about to go ham on these guys. And I was like, yeah, I should have done that probably from the start. Goku starts flying, and he flies up, and this is very reminiscent of OG Dragon Ball when Son Goku as a kid was going through the sky fighting on the Nimbus cloud, aka the what was it, the King Tone I think it was called in Japanese. I probably might have got that wrong, but yeah, he was using his Neo Bow, aka Power Pole, to completely wreck all the Red Ribbon Army's aircrafts and stuff. So Son Goku, he comes right over to this and boom, busts that ship open, and the Zandamarri guys end up going flying. At least unlike in the ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z where Nappa blew up that whole news reporter plane, and you had Piccolo going like, "It's all right, I can see their parachutes from here," even though the animation clearly shows nothing but cinders falling from the ground. At least we can see these guys right here. And so then from there, they start shooting at Son Goku, and look at Goku. He's like, "I ain't playing with y'all." So Son Goku starts taking that Neo Bow, and he's blocking all their shots, and he's blocking it there. And then he starts swinging it. Bam! Basically just blasting that thing off. And he comes in for the big whack. Yeah! Boom! Breaks it out. My terrible Mazuko Nozawa impression, and I can't do one better either with Stephanie Nadoni. So man, it goes right through there, and that ship is toast. And then Son Goku right there, he puts the Neo Ball up, and he starts forming a ki blast, and I love it. It's like he's trying to do the spirit ball from Yamcha's technique, and he basically goes ahead and he flings that ki blast right over to the Zandamarri, and the guy's like, "Oh!" Bam! Blast their stuff, and the thing goes right through their ship to the other ship, and boom! And Son Goku, he keeping the pressure on. He comes flying right in and goes right on their spaceship to look at them. And right here, we get the return of Son Petty Kuu, because he's got to put in that petty work. He wants them to fear. Look at the fear in that guy's eye. Goku up here smiling, letting you know, I could take you out just like I did there, but I want you to first feel the fear. And so right there, this is just stupid right here. So he starts shooting him. They start shooting, but what are they shooting? They're just shooting thin air. Son Goku's right there. What are you doing? You know, this is like someone hugging you, and you've got like two rifles, and the rifles are back here, like, but they're all right here on your chest. Like, who are you shooting at? I mean, I understand they don't want to pull on themselves and shoot themselves, but you're just wasting ammo at this point. And Son Goku's like, all right, I'm tired of y'all wasting ammo. I'm about to finish this. And so Son Goku takes the Neo Bow. He measures his distance, and he pulls back, and boom! Right through the machine, and boom! Beautiful blue explosions. Takes these guys' machines out, though I'm thinking that was the last one. Maybe y'all should have taken that one. Excuse me, which Son Goku basically explains later on. It's like, yeah, I should have done that. And so the Zandamarri are finished, and there's Goma and Dagetsu, and Goma is not pleased. He's like, what? And man, you see Dagetsu, he is basically like, I guess they're stronger than I thought. And I'm thinking here, y'all should know what business Son Goku is on. You saw him literally be the one to defeat Majin Buu. What did you think? Majin Buu was so feared throughout the universe. Oh my gosh. Hey, we got another person in chat. Phantom Flame. Lore. Yes, lore indeed, which we're about to get more of later on. Let me take a sip right here. Alright, so Son Goku goes back into the ship from here, and they're flying to the ground, and you see one of those, what was it called again? I think, what did he call it? The Karakens. So the Karakens, they come, it's coming here for the ship, and you see right there the shadow in the water as it's getting closer. And I really wonder, are they flying so close to the ground, to the water, because the machine is barely able to hang on at this point, or did Glorio just forget to go ahead and go and fly higher? And so this thing like bursts, and this whole, like I said, this whole sequence was exciting because it didn't give you a chance to breathe at all. It's one thing after the other, and you see this thing basically comes on out, and out of the big water, Goku's like, oh crap, and that thing's, I'm ready to eat. I'm like, okay. And so Glorio's like, oh no. And this thing starts coming close to him and nearly gets them and misses. But what's interesting interesting is these Karakens, basically, as they go in the water, if they miss in biting you, they have all these tentacles that are very sharp, and it comes over and it snags their ship, and they're like, oh snap, what are we gonna do? And I'm thinking, okay, can Goku just get out and Kamehameha this thing really quick? But no, Goku's like, everyone get out. Once again, Goku really being the MVP. I really love how smart Son Goku's been portrayed in this episode, and it's really that mature side of Son Goku that we loved back in Dragon Ball Z. So I'm really glad to see that here. And he's telling everybody, we got to go. And so he starts spitting this like mist oil, because I know like some octopuses or something can do that thing. I'm not as brushed up on my wild animals when it comes to sea creatures and stuff, but he shoots it over at Son Goku, and we're all, it's like Goku's gonna get got, and it looks like right at that point he did get got, but no, Goku was able to dodge at the last second. And so Panzy, Nahare, and Glorio, they end up getting out of there. They skedaddle with all their belongings in there, and this is where, and I'm so into the moment, I didn't even know what the heck Panzy was going for, and I'm like, oh, I should have known. So she flies back, and Glorio's like, no, Panzy, get out or come back. And Son Goku's like, no. And so Panzy flies right into there, and right here, the Karakin, he just starts crushing the ship, and to the point where you see the glass shatters, and Goku and Nahare, they are completely freaking out about this. And you see poor Panzy in here, she ends up getting crushed. This whole thing is crushing her, and for whatever reason she went in there, right? And so this thing doesn't care. He's like, mama, ain't had some good eating like this in a long time, because how many are even allowed to go to the demon world, second realm, right? And so he's like, ah. And Goku, he quickly flies into action here, and Panzy, she's nearly crushed. It's looking like it is the end, man. I agree with what Phantom Flame said. She said, Phantom Flame says, I was so worried for Panzy right here. I was worried for her as well too. It was not looking good. Like this thing had me on the edge of my seat. So Son Goku goes right in, and he's like, Panzy, give me your hand and stuff. And it's getting closer to the tongue, and East Kaioshin, aka Nahare, he is freaking out, and Goku's like, give me your hand. Panzy, she's trying, but you know, her arm is so crushed under being so crushed here, and boom, you see how crushed that machine's looking. It ain't looking good for our heroes. Goku's barely able to get, and he does grab Panzy, but at this point you see right here the look on Glorio's face. Is like, oh, he is terrified. I've never seen him sweating this much and everything. More to what I'm saying, that he really is starting to get more of a bond with his comrades here. And man, boom, he ends up going ahead, like finger licking, like what is this, KFC or something, like tentacle looking good or something like that, right? And so he's like, that was good. He's like, look at that boy, you can tell he probably ain't ate nothing like this. He's like, oh, like doing that must be his version of the Homer Simpson. And he starts basically close his mouth, and they're like, oh snap, it's all gone. And he opens up for, I think, to burp or something like that, and there we see some shadowy figures coming out. It's Son Goku and Panzy. Once again, I would assume Goku is strong enough to just Kamehameha his way out of this thing, and so I'm not so convinced Goku, if he powered all the way up, couldn't beat this thing. And so yeah, great save. Son Goku manages to steal. I don't even want to think about how awful the breath in there would have smelled. Oh gosh. And so Goku, he's got Panzy rescued, and they're like, they are shocked. And I had to admit, it was something in there, because man, Goku and Panzy are both gassed after this. They're like, like they were breathing heavily, so I don't even know what the heck was going on in there. And there you see Glorio and Nahare are both ecstatic. They are happy, and that guy's like, oh, you're too high for me to jump now, so no food for you. Hopefully they ship in their belongings been some. So yeah, the Karakin goes back in with those tentacles, and from there, man, like I said, they are like, that was a close one. They cannot believe it, but at this point they start realizing, holy crap, the Dragon Ball Ball was in there, and Pansy's like, oh, I got it. That's what I needed. So brilliant part on Pansy's thinking of getting that Dragon Ball, not leaving it there, because I was like, man, I was so much into the action in this whole scene, and on the edge of my seat that I completely forgot about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Now, if you're gonna save one thing, it's the Dragon Ball. You gotta save that, right? Man, everything is replaceable, but not that. Once again, like I said, I'm not so sure Goku couldn't have gone in there and just Kamehameha the thing or something. But yeah, at this point, Nahare, he's completely glad, and even Glorio's like, oh my gosh, thank goodness and stuff. So yeah, once again, he's getting more closer to these people, and yeah, Panzy, I really love that Pansy's character is so brave and did that in the heat of the moment. So I really love it. And you see who's not loving it. It's Goma and Nagetsu. They thought them things would have been eaten up, and that was it. I mean, were they planning to go in there and go in that creature themselves and get the Dragon Ball? So yeah, they are shocked. But I'm like, what would you expect from the one that defeated Majin Buu? So from here, we get Glorio. He's got the Dragon Ball with him. Panzy is kind of falling behind as they all are flying. And yeah, this is where Nahare says, you think we should take a break somewhere? And Glorio's like, yeah, that's a good idea. And so Nahare says, actually, where the Namekians came from, the planet's right there. And there we go. This is the origin. This is the place of where all Namecs came from. And it's cool. Looks like it's kind of got like some snow on there, a little bit different than the way Planet Namek looks in the world.